I remember growing up in Seattle, and we would hear these crazy, crazy stories coming out of Florida, and we'd always just go, it's Florida. You know, they've always just got wackiness going on down there. But now the majority of stuff I read is from like Portland and Seattle and LA and San Francisco. So it feels like the field has been leveled a little bit as far as zaniness goes, right? And by zaniness, I mean off the charts nonsense. So this one today, 74-year-old Florida man shoots man in the ankle and then beats him with the golf club for walking his dog on a golf course in the Delray Beach area of Florida. Could you imagine? All right, this guy's getting a little close with his golf cart. Oh, geez, he's stopping the golf cart. He's getting out. I'd better hustle along with my dog here on the golf course. What's he do? He's getting a gun out. He's shooting at me. What is going on? That had to literally have been going through the guy's mind. Now, granted, guy's walking his dog on the golf course, kind of a big no-no. Some golfers get really worked up when their $200,000 membership at their private golf course, and I don't even know if this is a private golf course or not. I could have looked it up if I really, wanted to get down and do some research. It's the Kings Point Golf Club in Florida. People get really worked up when you're not following the rules. But I think you're going to find out in this storyline, you know what? It just wasn't that big of a deal. There's a spot that I go to on a golf course on Maui that is a tee for a short par 3 that looks back to the east. The actual tee, if you turn around and look at the other way, it's this epic 360-degree view. And you've got the sunset and you've got West Maui, and it's just an amazing place to go for time lapses, photography. You get that sunset. I go there oftentimes. I'll go there a couple of times when I'm on Maui, and you got to walk on the golf course a little bit, and you do it later, in the afternoon when the golfers are all gone. And if golfers do come by, you give them, it's their course. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. You're just walking along. You're kind of invading their space. And so I always stay out of the way and, hey, how you doing? Just be super respectful. This guy, he's just literally walking his dog down the side of it's not like he's out in the middle. You don't have to do, hey, 4, because you're not hitting a golf ball into the guy. He's way over there. Wacky stuff, right? So when it comes to the great state of Florida, nothing surprises us anymore. That is probably true. Nothing surprises us anymore from damn near anywhere, right? It just doesn't. We're all kind of immune to it. All right, you got another Looney Tune running around with a gun. Not shocking. Gators could fly. The Everglades could freeze. Well, they could. And Disney could be cut off from the political teat. Okay, that last one actually happened, and I'm glad it did. That's what you get, Disney. You suck. And we would hardly bat an eye if any of this stuff really happened, because it's, Florida. So great is Florida's capacity for chaos. So long has it reveled in it. And yet we can't help but be shocked by this story out of Delray Beach, where 74-year-old Robert Levine, he's 74, is under arrest for attempted first-degree murder for shooting 64. You got 64 versus 74-year-old. 64-year-old Herbert Merritt in the ankle after he found Merritt walking his dog along the 15th hole of Kings Point Golf Club just before 7 p.m. on Sunday. Guy's out for a stroll with his dog. It's just about dark, right? That's what it sounds like as we read this story. And some guy literally rolls up in a golf cart and starts shooting at him. And then what happens? Well, you got to stay tuned. This is important stuff. Here's how it went down, according to Merritt, the dude that got shot in the ankle, age 64, walking his dog on the golf course. Merritt told deputies he was walking his dog on the grass next to the golf course, not even down the middle, when Levine rode up in his golf cart and began causing a verbal altercation with him due to having his dog on the golf course. This guy is never going to bring his dog on the golf course again. I'm going to make sure of that. Let me go get my handy handgun, which I take everywhere with me because I'm in Florida. And I even take it to the golf course because who knows? I might have to shoot somebody walking their dog. And that's literally what he did. He then began shooting at him while Merritt was running away. How do you shoot a guy in the ankle? I mean, that's a tough shot. Maybe the 74-year-old dude was just a terrible shot. Like he's aiming for the back of his head and he gets the guy in the ankle. He's just a terrible shot. I feel like maybe he was lucky to shoot him in the ankle. All right. So now the guy is limping away. He's trying to limp away because he's 64 to begin with. Not saying that that's bad, but he's also been shot in the ankle and he's trying to, get his dog along out there. Levine then chased Merritt around a tree, as you do. I'm going to get this bastard for walking his dog. Levine chased Merritt around a tree while continuing to shoot. Merritt said he shot about 5 rounds at him. According to the report and witnesses, he felt that Levine was trying to kill him. Really? Guy shoots at you 5 times and you feel like he's trying to kill you? I don't get it. You need to be more inclusive. You need to be more supportive. I don't think yes, he was trying to kill you. He was trying to kill you. That one shot that went to the ankle, that was just good luck for you, Mr. 64-year-old, and good luck for you, Mr. 74-year-old, because you didn't kill him. Well done. Nice job. According to witnesses who called the police as the altercation unfolded, the semi-automatic handgun police found in Levine's front left pocket a short while later, that wasn't enough. All right, I'm shooting at this guy. I'm pissed. I only winged him in the ankle. All right, okay, that's not good enough. So what happened after the guy gets his gun out? Witnesses told deputies they saw Levine kick Merritt in the head. Take that, you dog walker, you. Kick Merritt in the head, go back to his cart and get a golf club and begin beating Merritt with the club while holding the gun in his left hand. So, all right, you stay down. He's got the gun out. He's got the golf club and he's just going for it. I mean, nothing says you'll never walk your dog here again on this golf course like shooting somebody and then whacking them with a golf club because clearly the guy deserved it. He was walking his dog on the golf club. That's a hard no-no, right? Deputies said they found shell casings on the ground and 2 golf clubs with what appeared to be blood on them. All right. You're thinking this guy is just taking a beat down. Well, he has, but he is a resilient 64-year-old dog walker on the golf course. Thankfully, Merritt survived the ordeal and was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. But clearly, this is no laughing matter. You're not supposed to be walking your dog on an active golf course. But this is a 64-year-old man we're talking about. There were only a few minutes of playable daylight left. A normal human being would let it slide and maybe, and we stress maybe, send an email to the club to keep an eye out for it. This blatant violation of dog walking. I mean, you just can't have people walking dogs anywhere. I mean, you just can't, can you? Yeah, I think we can. It's a guy walking his dog. Now, if the guy walks his dog and takes a poop on your lawn and doesn't pick it up, all right. Yeah, that's a jackass move, right? I mean, it just is. That's not good. That's not how we live in society. We live in society. We have rules. Got to follow them. One of the rules is you're not supposed to be on a golf course unless you're playing golf. All right. We get that. But there are exceptions sometimes. And the big one on this one is, a normal human would let it slide and maybe even we stress, send an email to the club to keep an eye out for it. Instead, Levine pulled out a gun and started blasting. That's where you go. Oh, Florida. What do you even say, right? In a world where there's seemingly a Florida man inside each and every one of us trying to get out, this is proof, and perhaps solace, that there is no substitute for the original. Go, 74-year-old man, go in Florida, running around, shooting those nasty, guilty dog walkers. And then if you can't really bring them to their knees, literally, you beat them with a golf club. It's just what we're doing in Florida. So that's it for that story. I had a quick update that we had. The last name is Jay. I forget his first name. He threw a nurse down the steps of King Street Station in Seattle. It's just a horrific video. If you've been following this podcast for a while, you probably remember that incident. So he was running up a set of stairs and she was coming up the parallel set of stairs. He turned the corner and literally threw her down the first flight, picked her up, threw her down the second flight, and he was trying to throw her down the third flight of stairs, and she grabbed a hold of the rail, the stair rail. And so then he kicked her and broke 3 ribs and broke her clavicle. She just took a tremendous beat down. Well, anyway, that guy, last name Jay, he was in court yesterday, and I saw this story while I was doing a little cardio during my workout. And the judge deemed him to, he's literally not all there. So it's going to take a little 90-day time out, and then they're going to see if he is competent to stand trial. He's not so. And right before he did the throw the nurse down the stairs routine, he had stabbed another woman 10 times. So this guy is he's a mental case. He belongs in a mental institution somewhere. That or jail. I'm afraid he probably doesn't belong in jail because he's just nutso. He didn't look like a wigged out drug addict, but it's hard to say sometimes, right? He had a criminal record. He had done a bunch of other criminal stuff. So maybe he does belong in jail. I don't know. We'll let the court sort that one out. But as long as he is off the streets, I'm okay with it. It's when they release him. It's okay. He promised he'd be back in court for his next appearance. Why didn't he show up? Oh, he's got 24 other outstanding warrants? This doesn't seem to be working. We got to do something else here. Said nobody in Seattle ever on any of this kind of stuff from the prosecution end of it. Just wild who we've got walking around. It's nutty, right? And even people that are in kind of just general Seattle society, whatever that is, they're starting to recognize, oh my gosh, wouldn't want to be the mayor of Seattle. Wouldn't want to be dealing with this stuff. They got a lot to deal with. People are recognizing, oh, okay, we've got some fundamental issues here going on. We need to square this away. So, make those votes count, do your thing. And that's what I always tell people. If you live in Seattle and you don't like what's going on, you got the ability to change that. Unfortunately, you're the ones that voted these knuckleheads in that are responsible for this. So it's your responsibility to get them out if you want. Otherwise, we can just let it rip, and maybe we can get some, guys in their 60s and 70s to just start duking it out on golf courses. Maybe we can have them duke it out on the beach. I mean, make it a full-on spectator sport. Let's just see how this goes. Who wouldn't want to see that, right? Now, violence of any kind like this, especially on a golf course, like, what are you doing? You're chasing another dude around with a gun? Yeah, wild stuff, right? That's why we're reading it. It's news for reasonable people. Thanks for being here. Love to have you subscribe, do all that stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.